Welcome back everybody. Sorry my output has dropped a little bit in the last few days. I've just gotten a new rig setup. I've moved from Windows 7, which I love, to Windows 10, which I am very confused about. Everything seems so compartmentalized. I think that's the word I'm looking for. It's going to take me some time to get used to and to transfer all of my data, or data depending where you're from, between my two PCs. Anyways, not to be outdone by James Gunn, Rian Johnson wants in on the action. I mean, if anything goes wrong with his planned trilogy, he can get people to sign a petition as well. A wonderful man. He likes animals. He's one of the good ones. Oh, I feel those dislikes already. So let's have a look see at what the hell is going on with Rian Johnson and his Twitter. Star Wars director Rian Johnson deleted more than 1,000 tweets from his account following James Gunn's firing and has removed more than 20,000 overall. San Diego Comic-Con was overshadowed by the news Gunn was fired from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 after offensive tweets from his past resurfaced. In the aftermath, many Hollywood personalities, including Gunn's Guardians cast members, have voiced their support on the ousted director. Fans have launched a petition for Disney to rehire Gunn, which currently has more than 275,000 signatures, because getting your product is more important than Disney staying away from that kind of stuff, I guess. What about my Guardians of the Galaxy? He's a changed man, I tell ya, a changed man. Gunn was criticized for his posts, which joked about "I'm not saying that word" and "I'm not saying that word either." But who cares in this day and age, right? Several years ago when he was first brought on board to make Guardians of the Galaxy, with the director apologizing for comments designed to be shock humor. This is why many found it strange Disney took issue with them now and wanted to part ways with Gunn. Dave Bautista, who plays Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy and who has taken too many shots with a chair to the head,
street fight chairs are legal,
said Gunn was the target of a cyber-Nazi attack and believes the situation sets a dangerous precedent. Yeah. Some of Gunn's contemporaries are now taking precautionary action to make sure they're not next. Why would you be next if you have a clean slate? The only people that should be worried are those that have something to be worried about. A YouTube video on the channel, John Talks Star Wars, Hat Tip Cosmic Book News, revealed shortly after Gunn's firing, Johnson deleted over 20,000 tweets. According to screenshots presented in the video, Johnson had at one point just over 22,000 tweets, but that number is now down to just over 1,000 tweets. Though the tweets are being purged from his account, they can still be viewed on the Wayback Machine, which archives web pages. It is worth mentioning that Johnson had already removed a substantial amount of tweets well before the Gunn incident. He had just over 2,000 on July 9th. Well, he probably got word shit was just about to hit the fan, but cleared out a bulk post-Gunn firing. Check out a timeline shared on Twitter by user 30-year-old Boomer, you beauty. While it is alarming to see Johnson remove that many tweets at once, nobody should jump to any conclusions. Hold on people, this is the internet. Of course we're all going to jump to conclusions until there's more definitive evidence. This doesn't necessarily mean Johnson has unsavory skeletons in his closet that could jeopardize his career. In all likelihood, if he had anything as inappropriate or controversial as Gunn's old jokes, it would have already come to light by now. Johnson has been a major part of the public eye since becoming involved with Star Wars, especially after Last Jedi proved to be extremely divisive. Yeah, that's an understatement. As for why Johnson cleared out his history, it could be a case of him being safe, in case someone out there could construe an old tweet as offensive. It's also possible the timing of this was coincidental and Johnson felt like cleaning up his account, which seems more likely with this new information. Some people do delete potentially embarrassing tweets, so that wouldn't be so far-fetched. Another thing worth keeping in mind is Johnson has remained active on Twitter. In recent days, he's posted about old wristwatches, the new Godzilla trailer, check out my reaction video to that, and Rose Tico cosplayers. Even today, he shared well wishes for Star Wars actor Peter Mayhew, who is recovering from surgery. Gunn hasn't tweeted anything since July 19th, indicating he's stepping back from the platform for the time being. For now, Johnson's future Star Wars projects are still a go. Now look, back when I had a Facebook, there were times I got shit-faced drunk, went on my profile and started blabbering half-conscious, incoherent thoughts, but as soon as I got up the next day, I would delete that shit. These guys, as far as I know, did this entirely sober and left the tweets up for years, and only now they start deleting them? Yeah, I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on. I don't think Rian Johnson had pedo tweets. I think he probably had tweets that bashed fans who were outraged with his character assassination of Luke Skywalker, among other things. You see, I've visited his profile every now and then, just for shits and giggles of course, and for every person that left a critical tweet about his movie, there would of course be 10 of his supporters that would immediately come to his defense. And they would come to his defense because they were his followers of course, and loved his movie. But much like Hollywood and other echo chambers, this might have led to him believing that the backlash was only from a small percentage of man babies, as his supporters like to point out, and that his movie was a success. Well, it was financially, but as I've pointed out in previous videos, I believe it did so well because people wanted to go and see for themselves if the rumors were true. People wanted to see what all the fuss was about. Why were longtime fans getting so pissy about it? Well, with Solo's bombing at the box office, and just have a look at your YouTubers, for example. How many are defending the movie and how many are bashing it? What do you think the ratio is? There's no denying it. You effed up, Rian Johnson. You were supposed to make a fun movie that people would enjoy, and only half of your audience enjoyed it at best. The other half will never let it go. I'm not including the 0.5% that thought it was meh, okay. So that would be my guess. I think he's come to the realization that his movie's not as good as he thought it was, that the backlash is very real and that it comes from all types of people, not just white male man babies, and that led to him deleting any tweets he made while he was stuck in his echo chamber as the greatest Star Wars director to have ever graced the franchise. Kathleen Kennedy will be out soon, so he doesn't want anything else that would ruin his chances of continuing on with his new trilogy. There you have it, peoples. Thanks for dropping by and for your continued support. Leave your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like, share, sub and all of that good stuff. And until next time, delete your tweets.